Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining. Today I am bringing you an all new cast video for a character that is going to be starring in a brand new series that's going to be coming soon to our channel. So I have a vision that I wanted to go ahead and start a new challenge, and I know what you guys are thinking. Another one? Seriously, Misty? And you know what? Yes. So without further ado, I am going to shut up. Let's go ahead and jump into cast. That way we can see her and go ahead. Yes. So sometimes I sit in my office and I get this wild hair up my butt and I go, you know what I'd like to do today? I'd like to create a sim. So I spend all this time making this person and I get the finished product and I look back and I go, oh my god, you're extremely cute. And I put this person away, and then I go back and I look and I think to myself, I'm so in love with this sim that I've just created that I really just want to actually do something with this sim. And this is one of those sims. So the person that I've created, her name is Tia Mitchells, and the vision that I had for her originally was to go towards maybe the whimsy challenge, but then the more I got to thinking about her and the like when I actually created her, I just randomized her traits because I was like, whatever, I just need to like be able to save her and then I'll go back and I'll give her whatever that challenge tells me that I need to give her. But the traits that she had were so perfect for kind of the challenge that I've now decided to do. So the challenge that I've decided to do is the Runaway teen. I do want to go ahead and kind of talk you through kind of my vision for her and what led me to deciding ultimately on doing the Runaway teen challenge. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a video because I am going to be kind of talking you through my vision as well as going through this build of Tia for you. So, as I stated before, we started from a blank canvas. I am currently just going ahead and fixing her face details and getting her all set up. But the vision that I kind of had as I was creating her, you know, when I first started, I kind of came into Create a Sim thinking, you know what I want? I kind of want like a little petite blonde. And I'm gonna do the whimsy. Like that's literally, I came into cast thinking that was what I was creating. A little petite blonde for the whimsy stories. Like that was my goal here. And as I started creating her, she just kind of started coming together. Like you're gonna notice, like as I start going through her eyebrows especially, I just get to a place where like I go through her skin and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna lighten her up or whatever, and that's all well and good. And then I go on down through and I realize, okay, you gotta change those eyebrows, Misty, come on now. Anyhow, I get to her eyebrows and I start going through some of those and I realize, like, you know what, like with her face, there's just something about it, like the red color just really suited her and it kind of led me towards the red, and I was not really going that direction at all. But then once I had that in my mind, it kind of led me on a completely different path. I was still doing that kind of whimsy path, but with a whole new kind of look for the character. And as we all know, I do tend to make my female sims pretty short. Like I like the petite sims. I'm short, so I think that's probably why. But so I started kind of building her up, getting her, you know, her face going on here. And then as I started putting her all together, once her face kind of came together, and I apologize, I tried to speed this up like 15 times and it kept deleting everything. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, but as you're going to see, as I started going through doing this process of creating her, personality, like, you know how sometimes you just can see their personality start to come through just in how they look? That's kind of what happened with her. And I mean, the whimsy stories and the Runaway teen both kind of have a similarity in the sense that they're both they've both kind of run away. They're both in a situation where they have nothing and they're building up. So it isn't a far stretch in the sense of like the challenge itself. The only difference is obviously like in a runaway teen situation, she's going to be a teen. But once I rolled her traits and they were randomized, her traits were just like classic rebellion. And I kind of thought to myself, that would kind of be perfect. And then a story just kind of came to me. And so let's discuss that a little bit. So when she rolled her traits, you're going to see that towards the end, obviously, when I go ahead and give her her name. But her traits that she rolled were silly, childish, hyper, and sensitive. And that was because she was listed as a young adult. Now, obviously, I had to turn her into a teen for her to become a teen for the Runaway Teen Challenge. And I have since gone in and I have kept childish and sensitive. And she does not have the hyper trait any longer. But I was able to go in and give her a custom trait of rebellious, because I do feel like she is rebellious. Like, she has run away. So, of course she's rebellious. She's not going to be going to school. She's run away from home. That being said, Tia is not a person that actually had a stable home. She did not have a family. She grew up in the foster care system, and she was bounced from home to home to home, and she never felt like she belonged. She never found that family that wanted to adopt her and it be her forever home. And so she has lived a very rough, rocky life, and it has led to her being, a little rebellious, a little angry, a little sensitive, with good reason. And because of all of these things, I think now that she's become a teenager, she's just kind of like, screw it. No one knows me better than I know me. No one's going to be able to take care of me better than I can take care of me. I don't need anyone. I'm just going to do it on my own. And so she has thus ran away. And so that is where our challenge is going to begin. So here's where you notice that I start realizing, okay, red's gonna be her color. So now I am just going through and I'm putting her makeup on so that she has the red attributes. So as you noticed, she does have a little bit of freckles and she's got the red. I'm just putting on her a little bit of light like eyeliner and a little bit of lipstick, mainly neutrals and like lip gloss. And I don't really typically put a whole lot of makeup on my Sims. Sometimes if they're in a formal situation, I will put a little bit more makeup. But in this situation, she's a teen and she's also a runaway and she has nothing except for the stuff that's on her back, basically. And you're also going to notice that when I do her outfits, you'll notice that they are all pretty much the same, and that's because she literally has what's on her back. So she's running away with nothing. She doesn't have anything. She has $250 to her name, and that's only because I need to be able to rent a campground in Granite Falls so that she can have a tent to sleep in. And she's out in the middle of nowhere so that she can hide, because we don't want her coming across people that might be able to, whatever, obviously, right? So, yeah, like, it is what it is. She's a runaway. She's a runaway foster child. And she is rebellious. And you are going to see that as her outfits come together, as she comes together, you're going to see how it just really fits. And as much as I think the whimsy stories probably could have fit her as well, when I went in to change her traits to fit the whimsy stuff, I don't know, it just actually, like, a piece of me kind of felt like I was doing her a disservice when I went in to do that, because I was like, oh, like, it hurts me to actually do that, because, like, I randomized those traits and they came out, and it just really fit her perfectly. Like, I just felt like the game just picked traits for her perfectly. And so because of that, I decided to change courses. And in the future, I may go ahead and try the Whimsy challenge, and that may be something that I do in the future. I don't know when. You never can tell with me. I am constantly I have something up my sleeve. But for the time being, this is the new story that we have going on, and I am super excited to go ahead and get started with this. And I have never tried the Runaway challenge, and so I think it will be really, really fun to play with her. I also have never tried to play with a kind of rebellious teen that runs away from home and has nothing and tries to, survive out on her own and just with a tent, like with not a dime to her name. So here I am just trying to find a hairstyle that kind of fits her, and as I said before, I definitely wanted to go ahead and do the red. I do want her to have a longer hair, but I want her to have something that is kind of manageable, because she is, wow, and that is some big hair right there. Not bad looking, but like a little much. But I do want her to have something that's manageable in the sense that she's gonna be, she's homeless, so like I was going, okay, maybe braids would be a great look for her, because it's gonna be easier, like if she just ties it up into braids. I think that would be the best kind of way for us to take care of it. And this hair here just seemed to fit her face so perfectly, and I kind of just fell in love with this look. And then I was kind of looking at her and I was like, this is perfect, but I'm not digging the blue eyes. So I do go in and I change her eyes because I wanted to give her something different. And so I kind of end up going with like it's like a green eye, but the inner part is like a bit of goldy brown. Like, they're very pretty, but you'll see me go in and give her eyes a little bit of a tweak here, and yeah. So yeah, at first I kind of thought maybe I would do like a brown, and so I played around with the brown, and then I thought, well, I think maybe with all the freckles and the deep red hair, maybe the brown might be too much. And then I was like, red hair with the green eyes is kind of a little bit, everyone with red hair, you would give them the green eyes, which was why I originally went with the browns. But then I just kind of play around with some different eyes that I have here in the game, and I came across the ones that are green, but on, like I said, the inner part itself, they are a light golden brown color, and they're super pretty. And I do go in and kind of make them a little bit bigger so they do stand out. In all fairness, I did try several browns to see if maybe I could make that work, but then when I got to the green with the goldish brown in the middle, though, instantly I fell in love. I did. I just fell in love with them, and I was like, those are the eyes. I think those are the ones I finally stick with. Yeah. And they're very pretty. They're very lovely, and I think they really do a nice contrast against her red hair and her tannish skin. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and now it is time to go ahead and start getting some clothes on this gal. And as I said, she does have her own little bit of style. I did give her a little bit of a tush, and I tried to give her a tiny little bit of hips, just because I don't want her to be like paper thin. So I'm just tweaking her body just up a little bit here, and then we will go ahead and get her into some clothes. And as we know, we do want her to look homeless because, well, she is homeless. She has run away with the clothes on her back. And so I tried to keep that in mind when I dressed her. Obviously her, like for each different category, she's not gonna have a whole bunch of options to choose from. So I tried to keep that in mind when I was dressing her. And so we're just gonna go ahead and throw her outfits on her really quickly here. And as you can see, I just gave her like a little t-shirt and a pair of like ripped up old like buttonless, like, right, you can tell like these jeans have been around the block and they no longer kind of snap together anymore. They're falling apart, they're baggy on her. And just a pair of like little sneakers that she probably found in a dumpster somewhere, like who knows. But that's her day outfit, and her formal outfit is really not going to be a whole lot better. And so her nails for her day wear, like her everyday outfit, are going to be painted just because she probably painted them at the foster house that she was staying at before she ran away. It's the only nail, like the only one that the other outfits don't have her nails painted. And I know that over time those nails are going to chip away and whatever the case is. But so I didn't want to give her a formal outfit. She's not going to be doing any formal events. But I don't believe I was able to find that same t-shirt. So I did just want to find her something that kind of looked a little ratty, I guess. So I just put her in like a big kind of like sweater. Like just a plain big sweater, I think is what I ended up putting her in. So I start off with this one and then I go back and I change it. My thinking on this was that she would probably only have the one pair of pants, and so she would wear these pants with pretty much everything that she, like, no matter what. And the same shoes, because there would be the only shoes that she has. Any other shoes that she would find by pulling out of the dumpster. But the top would need to be something other than a t-shirt. So maybe like if she were going out in public, she'd have like a big sweater or something. So I do go and I try to find her like something that's kind of a bigger sweater that kind of covers the jeans being open so it looks somewhat decent. Somewhat. You can still tell she's homeless, like you can just tell, but. And then for her athletic, I just put her in a tee, and I actually end up going back and I have that pair of shorts that are just like the blue jeans. Like originally I put her in just like a pair of sweats, and then I thought, you know what, she probably doesn't even have a pair of sweats. Literally the goal here is that she probably just took what was on her back and probably had like a little knapsack that she probably carried with her that just she was able to like take a few things. She probably had another pair of those jeans that were on hand, and she could have just like cut them up and made shorts. So that's what I end up doing, is putting her back in her day t-shirt and then just throwing those shorts on her. So you'll see in the future, I do come back to this athletic outfit and I change it. And of course, same tennis shoes. And then for her sleepwear, I do start out with something sort of like sleepwear. I give her like a little top, and then I think about it and I'm like, she's not going to have any of that stuff, really. Like, she's going to have the one top, so I'm going to give her that top and maybe like her undergarments, right? Like, that's what she's going to have. Same with like her bathing suit. I start out giving her a bathing suit, and then I realize she wouldn't have one. She would just swim in her bra and panties. So, yeah. And usually I would have all of this going in super speed for you guys, but for whatever reason, my editing program didn't want to work with me on doing that today, so Okay, so I have fixed her sleepwear outfit. Moving on to her party wear, we're going to be doing the same thing. So I'll be doing those jeans and the top that she wears all the time. Because she isn't going to really care what she wears to a party if she even goes to a party. Let's be completely real. I seriously doubt she's going to be going to any parties because she can't be using a phone. No one's going to know where she's at. Like, she's hiding out. She's Runaway. So, to be completely honest, she can't even use her phone until she has a house. And she has to get money to have a house, so she can't get a job. She's just going to be doing, what, odds and ends? Digging up stuff. We will go over the rules for this challenge in one of the upcoming videos soon. This is just a get to know our character, and we then also will go through a video where I show you where she is staying. You guys can let me know what you think of her in the comments below, and I will make sure that I do link below the save file that I'm using for this, because we are in a special save file for this, and I do believe it is SweetyYT save, so, but I will definitely put that in the description below if you guys want to go and download the save file to put in your game. It is a really good save file. SweetyYT save file is a really nice one. I have several really nice save files that I use, and hers is one of them. So this is where I go when I give her a bathing suit, only to backtrack and go, really? That doesn't look very homeless-like. And I put her in her bra and panties. And I also change her athletics so that she's in her bra and a pair of shorts. Because let's be honest, she's got what's on her back. Her hot weather outfit's going to be those ripped up pair of shorts and the shirt that she wears every day. And her hot weather ends up being a pair of jeans that she found out in a dumpster, and like a sweater coat that she probably had in her knapsack just in the event that, like, I'm sure she knew winter was coming, right? Unfortunately, you can only put so much in a knapsack. Okay, we are just finishing up here on her winter outfit here. I have just found her little coat there, and now I'm just trying to find her a pair of pants. So this is the pair that I am saying that she found out of the dumpster. One person's junk is another person's treasure, and these are the ones. The hot one, I was like, okay, let's put her in shorts, but we'll do the ones where she has like the same concept of these pants, but they're going to be the shorts that she would have cut off. So there's those. And then for her swimwear, I'm just going to change her top here. And we'll just give her her athletic wear updated. So once again, back to those shorts.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more.
And here I am actually just going ahead and looking for her her top. And so this is where I kind of decided I should probably put her in like her brassiere, like a sports bra. That could be like her bralette or whatever. And then after that I was like, oh, can't she swim in that too? And it just kind of hit me, you know? I tell you, when genius hits, it just hits. Takes me a minute sometimes. I was looking to match her shoes, but you know, we can't win them all. So, because yes, I'm that person. Don't ask. And I am gonna change these pants because it is formal. I figured we'll probably just use, I know, formal, but I'm gonna use those holy pants. Maybe not formal, but better than ripped open button, right? It'll work. Okay, so you can see that I did update a lot of the outfits there towards the end. I got the bathing suit corrected. I got all of her outfits where they needed to be. And I did put her name as Tia Whimsy, but I have since gone in and updated Whimsy to Mitchell's because we are not playing the Whimsy series. I also changed her from a young adult to a teen, and her traits currently sit as childish and sensitive, and her aspiration currently is sitting as an angling ace. So she is absolutely precious. I am currently so in love with this sim. I can't wait to actually get into her story and her life and play with her. I think playing the Runaway Teen Challenge with her is going to be an absolute blast, and her personality is so much fun, and I think she's going to bring a lot of drama to that series. So I can't wait. That said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when a new episode goes live. And I will see you guys in the next episode, which will be a tour of where she's going to be living, as well as us going over the rules for her lovely story. So, with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And until then, fly and be free. Bye, y'all.